How do they guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV, where today we are going to discuss foul play at the darts. This happened at the recent European Tour event in a game between Joe Cullen and Rusty Jake Rodriguez. So let's start off with reviewing the incident here. Joe Cullen is 2-0 down, wants 20, comes inside the double 10, moves up to the double 5, comes inside that as well, leaving himself 5, didn't want to settle the double 1, so throws a bit of a throwaway dart at the big 1. Russ Bray calls 15, says that his last dart was thrown over the line and that he's going to call it a 15, leaving Joe Cullen on 5, meaning the last dart would not count. Joe Cullen debated, saying he didn't cross the line. Rusty Jake Rodriguez joined in to say that he didn't cross the line, and Russ Bray says, okay then, that's fine, we'll call it as no score, and resets it back at 20, and the game continues from that point, with Joe Cullen going back to 20, not the original 15 points that was scored. Now, in some situations, both players have to agree. In this case, they did. For example, if Joe Cullen had an issue with the dartboard and said, I want the board changing, Rusty Jake would have to agree with that as well for that to stand. And I think that is what Russ Bray has done here in enforcing this rule. He said, look, if both players are happy that it was a bust score, it'll be a bust score in this situation. That's what happened. Now let me be darts version of VAR and review the footage. So we'll see here from a different angle. This is before the dart has even been released. We can see Joe Cullen has already started to move and that his left foot has come forward over the line. Now at the point of release, the heel and the whole foot comes past the line. The back foot, however, is still toeing the oche. This is where I believe the confusion is coming from, because Russ Bray has clearly seen the movement of the foot coming over the oche, but the players are both, I think, arguing the fact that that front foot is still in position, and Rusty Jake, you'll see here, has got a very good view of that, and he'll be able to clearly see that that back foot has not breached the oche. And I think both players are assuming that that had to be broken by both feet. But actually, when we look at the rules themselves, you'll see here, Rule 5.7.3. During a player's throw, no player shall tread on any part of the raised oche, nor shall the player deliver any dart whilst their feet are in a position other than grounded on the floor behind the toe of the raised oche. Now in this situation, we've got one off, one before, and I think that's where the confusion has come. Where this section is breached, the score from the thrown dart will not count towards the score, which tells us that actually that was the correct call by Russ Bray, and according to the rule books that should have stood. Fair to say, great call there from Russ Bray. It is very hard for these darts referees because they've sort of got a side on angle, it's sort of peripherals on these things, so they don't get a clear look down that line. In the rules, it does say that there may be secondary officials on some tournaments or some matches looking on that side angle on that throw, but we certainly don't want to go down the roads of VAR because we can see what that has done with other sports. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please do pop a like on the video. It helps me out a lot. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I'll catch you soon for some more Edgar TV. Edgar TV.